Welcome, my fellow Geminis. This is going to be your reading for November 2023. This is going to be for Gemini Sun, my fellow Gemini Moons, Gemini Rising. Many of you are intuitively guided. Thank you for paying attention to your intuition. Some of you are here checking up on a Gemini. If that's the case, remember that your guides know that, and you'll receive messages too. Many times, if you're here checking up on someone else's energy, I feel more of the messages are for you than the other way around. So just use your spiritual ears, your spiritual discernment, and you'll know if a reading's for you or not. You could have planets in the sign of Gemini, whatever brought you. Welcome. So glad you're here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to use three different decks. We're going to use Mother Mary for our words of Oracle. I chose a crystal vision to do your clarifying or to go deeper. How deep do we dare to go? And for your main spread, the Psychic Tarot jumped out to me. So we're going to go with it. All right, but we're going to start with Mother Mary. So let's go ahead and give it a couple shuffles. Everything's pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and give it a couple shuffles. Beautiful Geminis. It's interesting because Sam's two daughter-in-laws are both Geminis, I believe. Those who've heard me talk about Justin, he's got a channel Serene Sleep. His wife is a Gemini. I don't know what day. Um, um, and then his other daughter-in-law, pretty sure she's a Gemini. She may be very close to Cancer, though. All right. Anyways, this is about you. So let's begin. What's going on for my Geminis? Okay, that didn't take long at all. Let me put these away. Gonna bring the lid down a little bit. Honesty. Makes me think of that Elton John song. Honesty. I'm in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. I'm in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. In other words, it's asking you to be very honest with yourself. No blindfolds. Blindfolds don't serve you. They may feel like they serve you for a time being, but really what they're doing is, I feel like when there's a blindfold, I never face my fear. And if I never face my fear, the fear just grows and grows and grows. Where if I face it, being honest with myself, honest about a situation, I feel like you receive much more clarity. Okay. I didn't mean to go into all that. We will read it from the book at the end of the reading. It's just where it just feel like it hits you right in the heart, just as it's meant to. All right, but I'm sure it's going to come up through your reading also. So let's give the Psychic Tarot a cut. And I want to give a shout out that I was offering a personal reading special, and unfortunately, it ended yesterday at midnight. But I feel bad because it was Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. I couldn't get to your readings fast enough to offer you that special, so I am going to extend that offer to you. Um, but I feel like I have to do it 24 hours only. I'll put the information below, but for 24 hours only. And the reason why I do that is I don't want you to have to wait too long for your reading. And when I do a special, I do get a lot of readings. So, but if you've been in the market for a reading, but you couldn't afford it, this is the perfect time. $44 off. All right. All right, we open up your reading with Transformation. This is a death card. Transformation. Well, what's transformation mean? Well, the death card talks about closing of doors. doors that just are no longer serving you, situations that aren't serving you any longer. It's about putting an end to it, but a real end to it. And I feel like, the death card really speaks about when you close one door, another door will open, a window will open, something will open. And that may be why honesty is also here too, because something may be coming to an end, but it's transforming you. It's a good thing. All right, let's keep going. Part of Scorpio also, I don't know if I said that. We have rest and rejuvenation. Well, that's nice. It's kind of like the universe is saying, yes, there's a door that would serve you to close. But in the same time, I feel like, this is giving you the opportunity to also heal it, heal maybe a situation. I feel like this person in this Four of Swords is very, what's the word I want to use? Very open to the universe, to their spirit guides, messages. His hands are in a position of being open to receiving. He's out in um, nature, which helps to ground us. He's sitting right next to a tree, what's being illuminating. To me, that's like old wisdom, ancestral wisdom. Just wisdom has been around longer than we've been around. The collective. All right, let's keep going. Interesting. 13 equals a 4, and then that's a 4. So there could be something about your foundation, making sure your foundation is strong so that when this door closes, when you get done through, resting or rejuvenating, and who knows, maybe this new door that's opening up is going to help rejuvenate you. All right, we got a lot of cards that came up, but they're all face up, so we're going to take and look at that. Another 4. This is the Emperor. Card of Aries. Can certainly talk about business ownership. If you think about the Emperor is normally someone we would look up to. For some of you, could talk about a father figure, Um, it's interesting just the way his arms are crossed. It's almost like he's blocking. But I feel like, it's like he's blocking this door. But I feel like he's blocking this door for you. Like nobody else can get through but you. Okay. Well, hello. Hope. That's a star. 3 major arcanas, by the way. It's about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. It's being mirrored by transformation over here. Some of you, it's, listen, if there's like any type of business you wanted to open, another avenue you wanted to add to your business, I feel like this is the perfect energy. There may be something that you've gone through that, if you allow it, I feel like it teaches you a lot. And it may actually then become your platform. Like don't roll out in the way that spirit will use you. When I look back on my life, I could see, you know, at the time I couldn't see it, but now I could see how spirit was very involved in my life. So, anyways, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, they exist within the new door. Okay? Spiritual strength. It's like your spiritual team holding you up. And then truth. Interesting. Honesty. Truth. This is judgment, by the way. Your spiritual team. And how interesting, because it's coming right next to spiritual strength. And I feel like what it's saying for some of you, like a situation that you've been through, though it could have been difficult, I feel like ultimately it gave you, or it gives you, or will give you the opportunity to really expand yourself, maybe even expand your your wisdom, your spiritual wisdom, or your everyday on earth type of wisdom. Judgment is a call to the present moment. I need you to come to the present moment. Why? Because there is about to be a rebirth. Now, it's interesting because judgment speaks about a rebirth, right? Truth. Transformation speaks about really a rebirth, the new door. I like the Emperor being part of the next chapter because I feel the strength of the Emperor in this energy in this reading, but I feel it in a very positive type way. It's almost like I feel like this Emperor is blocking um like whatever is coming next for you. I feel like the Emperor's going to make sure that it is there for you, like that nobody else can take it. Interesting. He's got this ring around it, reminds me of the ring of the magician, the circle of enlightenment, and then the circle of the star. Interesting. Gemini, I feel like this is a time where dreams are coming true for you. And when I say dreams, like what would you like I watched the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. A lot of people are like, I thought Regis was dead. He is, but I watch it on Game Network, and every time they say, Who wants to be a millionaire? I raise up my hand and I say, I do. Whether it ever happens or not, who knows? But like, why would I not put it out there? And that's exactly why I do it. I'm just putting it out like, yeah, I wouldn't mind being a millionaire. But I feel like I'd be that type of millionaire that would help many in the same breath. So, don't know why I'm talking about myself. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm not worried about what's coming next for you because I feel like the star is a big part of it. I feel like ultimately it may be saying that there is a need for you to be like completely honest with yourself as it relates to probably whatever that door is that needs to be closed. Your spiritual team is like, we've got you, we've got you. Not only do they have you holding you up, recognizing you, but they're also giving you signs like of the potential of what can be next. We have sacrifice, Cardelio, under authority. Interesting. And then we have deception and envy. Well, I don't think that's what you're hoping for. We have hello, love begins, Ace of Cups, and then positive movement forward. I'm going to slide all these up. Okay, let's look at this. So we have deception and envy, which is the Seven of Swords. It's mirrored by spiritual strength. So it does feel like, clearly there was someone in your life who was not honest with you, but you need to be honest with yourself. If you know who I'm talking about, right? This is someone who works in like a lower type energy, it's more about I feel like the person in the Seven of Swords is someone who, listen, it's almost like a dream stealer, right? But I don't feel like your spiritual team's going to allow that to happen. Maybe someone has been like, putting blocks in front of like what it is I really want to build in this world, how I want my life to look, right? But somebody, or a situation feels like it's working against you or had been working against you. Listen, yeah, I may love this person in the Seven of Swords, but I'm seeing sacrifice right next to it. And really, it talks about power. It talks about, well, I feel like what am I sacrificing? I'm sacrificing who's ever in the Seven of Swords energy. You know, if this has anything to do with work and you have the Seven of Swords, I feel like oftentimes this person is envious of what you do, how you do it. You know what I mean? The authority can be the boss, and I've been feeling that in a couple readings where, like, I feel like I have to be careful not to get mixed up in any type of gossip if it's relating to work because I feel like the boss would know. But nonetheless, I do feel like who's ever in this Seven of Swords feels like they're like a dream stealer. But nonetheless, you have the Ace of Cups here. And it's connected to your spirituality. And it's connected to the closing of a door so the new door can open. Well, it's mirrored. Transformation and the Ace of Cups are mirroring each other. So they're relating to each other, if that makes sense. I feel like this rest and rejuvenation, the Four of Swords, healing. I feel like some of you may have been in that energy for a little while, and it may be time to think about like moving out of it, like moving into um, the next chapter. Three major arcanas, three major arcanas. You know, this person in Seven of Swords can be like a narcissist because I do feel like it's like they're stealing a dream. You know, like their energy steals your hope. But this is why I feel like judgment, truth, Mother Mary, honesty, like maybe I've been putting up with it and putting up with it. And why would I put up with it? Well, sometimes change, whether it's good for us or not, can be difficult. But I think it's time to no longer put up with it. We have awareness. Interesting. I feel like what's done in the dark will come to the light. We have, look at this, financial and material changes. Coming under that Seven of Swords, but it's mirrored by the star. And with that comes another five. Two fives. Two fives. To me, equal the death card. Even as a 13 is still, to me, it's like ending, right? Two changes so that I can have two new beginnings. So obstacles and challenges. It's like someone's been affecting you in your financial world, but also your material world. I feel like someone just keeps throwing blocks in front of you. And I feel like, why? Well, if I get to the root of the problem, I feel like it's more that they're envious of you. Um, and it's interesting because, I feel this person, like I feel him as a child. And I feel that this person, this is no excuse for them because I do feel like this has to go. This person is not serving you. This person is actually hindering your dreams. But as I think of this person, I think of someone who, it's almost like it's like a petty thief. It's like how I grew up. Like we didn't have any money, so I became a petty thief. And then here I am trying to take this boy mentality or girl mentality, but I've grown and trying to bring it into adulthood. Hmm. I feel like your guides are saying, even if there's some love for this person, they're saying, let us handle that. Let us love them. Let us help them. You can't help them. There's certain energy that we just cannot help, but we're not put here to help all people. Some people have their own experiences and they're meant to, like I feel like this person's going to have some karma to pay back, um, whether it be in this lifetime or the next. This person also doesn't want you to have love. Hmm. I mean, I don't know who this person is to you, but I feel like they're affecting you in a lot of different ways in your life. First of all, they're stealing your dreams. Now, I say stealing your dreams, but you have to claim your own power here, right? You need to reclaim yourself. But I feel like they're trying to steal your dreams. I feel like they're throwing like blocks and challenges in front of you. So I mean, it's like they have it out for you. But at the same time, I feel like if I break down this person, like I can't take it personally, even though it's happening to me personally, because I feel like the next person in line will go through the same thing, and the person before you has gone through it. So what can I do here? I can only cut them out of my life. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Rejoice in celebration. The Three of Cups. Three Cups. Well, I feel like, you know, I feel like if again look at the Seven of Swords, deception and envy, however it shows its ugly self. First of all, it's showing with these fives, right? Giving you a lot of conflict. I feel like affecting you in your finances, affecting you in your heart. Um, but at the same time, I feel like as soon as I'm truthful with myself and I eliminate that energy from my life, I feel like it's like a brand new life. Like it's almost like they don't want you to have love, and they don't want you to have money. Even though you have all these abilities, right? Even though you're a very loving soul, sometimes it's the mentality if I can't help you, have you, I don't want anyone to have you. Hmm. And again, I'm feeling it both ways. I'm feeling like for some of you, this is talking about someone in your job who literally it feels like they're hindering your growth. But I feel like you have the power to take back your power. And for some of you, I feel like, eliminating this energy does feel like it's a sacrifice, but this sacrifice feels like it definitely pays off. Awareness, the magician, the manifester. And listen, maybe this is old energy. Maybe someone's already taken all this from me. Well, this talks about the rebuilding of your life. Rejoice in celebration. Then we have the hermit underneath that. Like a spiritual wisdom. All right, we're going to bring in the crystal vision and we're going to go deeper and we're going to figure out, well, who this person in the Seven of Swords is, but we're going to start at the beginning. Hello, lover. There's your card. You know, First of all, when you see your major arcana come up in a reading, it's a very clear message to you, right? It's coming right over the death card. Some of you, I feel like, you know, there may have been a lover that you've given a title to, like, well, they're my soulmate or they're my twin flame, but they're not treating you right. They're not treating you like a soulmate would treat you or a twin flame would treat you. You know, and a lot of people are like, but twin flames, you know, there's the runner and the chaser. And yeah, but you're also each other's mirror. This person doesn't feel like your mirror. It feels like your lesson. And then I feel like whoever else is in this card with you, it gives them the opportunity then to enter your life. I mean, we do have the Ace of Cups that's mirroring it. So interesting. The Lovers. The meaning of the card is a head over heart decision. Well, that would make sense also. Six of Swords. Two sixes back to back. The King of Cups coming over authority. Interesting. So, you know, I feel like I need to move forward now. So I'm part of the Lovers here. And it's saying that, you know, there is a door that serves me to be closed. I know it's the Seven of Swords. I know it's this deception and envy. And then comes out the Six of Swords. Perfect energy to come out when we're dealing with something like that. Because the Six of Swords, you are being honest with yourself. You are seeing the truth, or you're feeling it. Six of Swords means I've taken a good hard look at the toxicity around me, like those who are stealing my dreams, you know, that are stopping real love from entering my life. And this is me walking away from them. You know, if this person down here is a narcissist, I feel like there's only one way to overcome that energy, and that's to leave it. And again, leave it to spirit to help them, heal them, or whatever it is, you know, whatever their life is calling for. But I feel like it's like not for you anymore. You know, and it's interesting because the Six of Swords is coming over the Four of Swords. And in the Four of Swords, you know, it is healing of past heartache, past disappointments, however you want to say it. But when you, at least when I think of the Four Swords, I think the three swords that have really affected me, you know, maybe mind, body, and soul. And the fourth sword is of my own, right? My own making. And when I say my own making, like, you know, elements that I accepted, my own part in situations. And sometimes it may simply be that I stay too long, right? Like I saw the signs, but you know, and it's not to judge you. Don't judge yourself. Because whenever you come to clarity is when you come to clarity. But I kind of love that the Six of Swords now, because I feel like it's saying, especially with positive movement forward down here, and for some of you, it could be a new job, new platform. But it's eliminating the toxicity in your life. And, you know, that can only come again with honesty. And then we move into the King of Cups. Can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be. Um, but if I'm thinking about the King of Cups, this is someone in the upright. And I know we all have our own experiences. Listen, I was with the King of Cups that turned out to be hell. But ultimately, King of Cups is normally someone who has a pretty easy time like expressing their emotions. Is someone who I kind of love this king coming over authority because I feel like the strength of the emperor and then the softness of the king of cups. It's like a perfect mix. Again, don't worry about the sign. But let's keep going. We have the Page of Wands. Shut up and reverse though. I feel the Page of Wands is a couple different things. First of all, I call the Page of Wands my Fool. And I call him my Fool because I feel like the Page of Wands is someone through their life, they've taken chances. And not all these chances work out. But that's part of what this page is learning, right? Okay, not everything's going to go my way, but that doesn't mean I have to get stuck, or get lost in the disappointments of things that didn't go my way. No, this page would normally get back up, right? Start all over again. Take on a new adventure. This is a very adventurous type soul. But it's in reverse. Again, how that Seven of Swords is affecting someone. It's causing me not to take chances, where normally I would take a chance. It's causing me not to take a leap of faith on my own dreams, when normally I would. I feel like it's temporary. Like, I'm not worried. Because again, I feel like it's potentially old energy, but maybe it's pointing out a part of yourself that was shut down, right? Like taking these chances. Even if I don't know how something's going to turn out. Listen, I feel like if you were with a narcissist before, you'll see them coming at, like if another one wants to show its face, you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll know it. That's why honesty is everything, right? Truth, but of yourself. Okay. I do feel like this person got a title they don't deserve. We have the Two of Wands. I'm very happy to see that. Under the Death card, connected to the Lovers, and over spiritual strength. I feel like your guides are taking care of this person. And I mean it in every way. I mean it as in like your guides have been has seen this person or this situation where again taking your dreams, throwing roadblocks in your way. It's like they're going to deal with it. They're going to deal with it. This is about moving on to greener pastures. It's interesting because I felt like someone was given a title here. Well, now we have the Lovers, which to me is true chemistry. And then the Two of Wands. So, this Page of Wands being reversed, I did feel it was temporary. Someone who normally I'd take a chance. Well, Two of Wands puts me right back into that energy again. Think about it later. I feel like someone's coming into your life that is just, their energy is going to be undeniable. You know what I mean? Especially if you've been with someone who feels like pure hell. I feel like this person is going to feel like pure heaven. All right, let's keep going. But this is you saying yes. This is you trusting in your guides. Even if the Lovers is ahead of a hard decision, with the Two of Wands below it, you're saying yes. It's coming over a 9, and 9s to me are an end of a chapter. I feel like you've been through one hell of a chapter. But this feels completely different. Like I was been traveling through the dark, and now I'm traveling in the light. All right. We have, look at that, the Seven of Swords again, right over Judgment. And then the Ace of Swords. First of all, I feel like if you've already let this person and this person tries to communicate with you, hang the phone up. Like, just hang up the phone. Um, Seven of Swords now coming right over Judgment, truth. Now, I do feel like you're responding to that, and I do feel like you're leaving it. It doesn't always mean I'm physically leaving somewhere. But I feel like this person is, or situation is bye bye. I wouldn't be surprised if this King of Cups is the one who may communicate with you. I see the rose vine climbing up the sword. I feel like for someone out there, this is talking about someone of your past, and you may have chosen someone else. Um, and now, you know, I feel like it's the person in the Seven of Swords. Five of Swords. Well, that's where our toxicity's coming. Not that we didn't already know that, but now it's like no doubt, right? No doubt. And then the Seven of Pentacles over the Ace of Cups. Well, I kind of love that. I almost want to like move the Seven of Swords out of this reading. So let's give like the final say about this energy. Okay, so this person is toxic. There's no doubt in my mind. This person is a dream stealer. There's no doubt in my mind. This person is someone who will throw obstacles in your way to stop you from finding true love. Now, true love, I feel like, is going to find you anyways, but there is a need for this energy to go. They need to go, right? They need to go because, again, where you normally would have taken chances, it's like they shut that part of yourself down. So I feel like they need to go. There's no doubt in my mind they need to go, and I'm not going to keep saying that. So then I feel like this King of Cups is communicating in some way. It's interesting because you have the Magician below that, awareness, right? Can even be like, telepathically, they're connecting subconsciously. Seven of Pentacles, it's interesting because, again, if I go back to the Seven of Swords, it's like I feel like I may have given this person a title, but I gave them the wrong title. And maybe whoever is in the lovers with me, they're the ones who deserve that title of soulmate or twin flame because it's coming right over the Ace of Cups. Seven of Pentacles to me is your soul seed of intentions. Different seeds, different experiences. Remember, you're a spiritual being having human experiences. So that's what I feel the Seven of Pentacles is. It is the human experiences that your soul wanted to have, and not all of them are easy. Probably more often than not, they're not easy because we're here to learn and expand. I feel like if anything, it's like learning yourself, learning yourself first and foremost. If you somehow got stuck with a narcissist, don't beat yourself up, but don't stay at the same time. Like, don't buy anything they're saying. Um, because I feel like everything is moving you forward from that energy. That is definitely the door that needs to close. And then look at this positive movement forward with the Ace of Cups. This may sound silly, but for some of you, you may have wanted to, or your soul may have wanted to experience that very difficult lesson. And why would my soul want that? Because I want to see how my soul will react. Like, what will I do? Will I lay down and just die? Or will I get up and eventually fight? You know what I mean? Will I fight for my right? You gotta fight for your right. What's that saying? You gotta fight for your right. Ah, I forgot the last word. Look at this, the Ace of Wands. Action. Desirable action. Passionate action. Right over positive movement forward. You know, the Two of Wands here tells me that ultimately it does become, you know, it's a ball that's in your court. You're the one who's making a decision whether, first of all, to close that door, which I feel like a lot of you probably already have, because I feel like we're already moving into the potential of the future. I say potential because you have so much to do with it, right? You are the seed planter. Like, what the seeds that you're planting today will be your harvest. Let's, you know, in the fall, even though we're in the fall. It's like you're leaving this toxicity behind, and then this passion starts to find you. It's like the old juice coming back out. All right. Knight of Pentacles, beautiful. Guardian angel. You know, sometimes we just don't believe they have our back. How could they have our back and us have to deal with this narcissistic type energy? Well, again, it's probably your soul's, one of your soul's lessons. I want to see. I want to see, do I have the guts to move from it? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. King of Pentacles talks about a pentacle that's coming into your world that is truly meant to expand your world in really unbelievable ways, coming over awareness. So if I think about the Knight of Pentacles, I think about right timing, right? It doesn't come before its time. And listen, how could this, you know, if you think about what came before it, well, that would be this dishonesty, you know, whatever it may be, whoever it may be, you leaving it, you ending it, feels then like the right time for this night to come in. Remember, this night is about patience, but many times the night is having patience on us. Like, I'm not going to come in before it's time. It's, you know, it's like it's delivering one of these seeds of intention. But I want to make sure that you will take this seed and grow it for all that it may be. Okay. Two swords, but then the wheel. Well, two swords is a little bit of a blindfold. That's not, you know, no sense in lying to ourselves. Um, but it's coming over some very difficult energy. You know, these two fives, it connected actually three fives. Wow. Could be three changes going on in your life. And though change can feel difficult, I feel like all the changes are of a very positive energy. They all sit upon your will. And by the way, this just explains what I just said. Like, you know, our will, our destiny is not just about everything being light and lovely and roses. You know, sometimes it's dark and it's cold and it's hard, but it's what can my soul do with that? The will. You know, so what would this night be waiting for? Because again, remember, this night comes at the right time. Well, Two Swords is following that. So, you know, I'm not that worried about this because we are down to a two. But I feel like what it's saying is, you know, the hardest part about this is the changes. Even though the changes are all of a positive nature, it's still change. And I feel like maybe what you got to tell yourself is, again, that you're a spiritual being. You can handle these changes. And the difficulty of change is very temporary. I mean, look what's coming in, the lovers, the Ace of Cups, your tree of life, mirrored by your will, your destiny, the Knight, your guardian angel, your whole spiritual team. Your spiritual team is holding you up through these changes, claiming your dreams again. Okay, what do I want to look at? I think I'm going to come up to this King of Cups. I want to know a little bit more about this King of Cups. Tell me more, tell me more. We have the moon, interesting, and then we have the sun. You know, I have to say, with the lovers and the Ace of Cups, for some of you, could certainly talk about twin flames. Now, don't get hung up on that because I feel like love is love, right? It's either good or it's not good. Here, it was not good if that was a love partner. Here, the moon and the sun. I find that kind of beautiful. The moon is a card of Cancer, I'm sorry, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. And then the sun, card of Leo, ruler of Leo. They're neighbors. Just realized that. The moon, you know, I can't see everything. I can only see as far as the moonlight will allow me to see. But the sun comes out and be like, well, hey, baby, let me illuminate it for you. Let me show you. The sun is like a brand new day. It's like when you're bringing out that childlike energy again. You know, it's like if this is you falling in love, this feels very playful. And I love that this king again, don't worry about the sign. Um, because you know why? Because we have everyone. So be more about the person. And it's being mirrored by this Knight of Pentacles. Again, your guardian angel energy, awareness, mirrored by the knight or the king, the sun and the moon. You know, and I feel like this is to help calm you a little also, because again, I feel like when the when the sun shines, what's ever done in the dark will come to the light. I also feel the moon is very dreamy type energy. Some of you, I felt like, you know, maybe you're connecting to someone, but maybe it's on a subconscious level. Now I'm feeling that even more, like maybe it's like you're even dreaming of someone. Maybe I don't know who it is. Maybe you're not meant to know who it is. Well, I was just going to say I'm not done with this king yet. Three of Pentacles and hello, Ace of Cups. So definitely tying this king back to the Ace of Cups. Also tying, and by the way, it can be a queen also, you know, depends if you're male, female, or in the same sex, you'll know. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. So here's this king, right? It is now connected directly to the Ace of Cups. Here's this Ace of Cups down here, directly connected to your tree of life, so to speak. And then the Ace of Wands next to that. So I feel like not only do I feel like this is someone who, like, listen, maybe this person, the only words they had were bad words. And you know, you do have to be careful though, Gemini, because that is our opposite, right? Like I'm also Mercury because I'm a Virgo sun, Gemini moon, so a lot of Mercury. So I know that I can use my words as a weapon. And you know, I have to recognize that. So that's the only thing I want to throw out there. Other than that, guardian angels saying this person is, you know, filled with love, unconditional love. And I love that the Three of Pentacles comes with that because the Three of Pentacles to me speaks about your uniqueness, like who you are to the world, your importance, right? And I feel like this person sees that. Like this is someone who would build you up, not put you down. This is someone who will love the flaws within you. You know what I mean? Like where someone else would have put those flaws down. You know, the flaws to them become beautiful. And vice versa, by the way. This is not just about the king for you. This is also about you for the king. Okay. I don't want to overread it, but I do want to come down to the wheel. Just because the wheel's sitting over like a little bit difficult energy. Seven of Wands. Okay. So I feel like this is, you know, this is normally energy of standing your ground. But I have to say, sometimes I gotta know, you know, I gotta know when to hold 'em. I gotta know when to fold 'em. I gotta know when to walk away. I gotta know when to run. What am I fighting for? It feels like someone who, I feel cruelty. You know, like they do something bad and then it's put on your shoulders. And then you're defending yourself. You know, they lie and then they call you a liar. And then you defend yourself. But it doesn't get you anywhere. So I feel like I gotta learn like sometimes someone or something is not worth the battle. Especially when I look at what the potential of what wants to be, the potential of what can be. You know, when you think of tarot, don't think of like, oh, this is magic and how beautiful, right? You must look at the energies, you know, like the Six of Swords, the Five of Swords. I am being honest with myself. I am telling myself this is toxic. This person or this situation has become my dream stiller. Am I going to allow that to happen? If this is about love, there is no way you're satisfied in that energy. Do you want to stay in it? I don't think you do. I know it's not easy, especially if this is a narcissist type energy. They can make it very difficult for you to leave. So I feel like the Knight of Pentacles would say, put a plan in place. You know, it reminds me of a story that I just told in Tarz's reading where way back, you know, I got married at 18 and I'm just going to make it quick. But my then husband, all he did was drink our money away. And I was staying home with the kids. They were little and very little. And so, you know, we made the decision that I would stay home because he was making good money. But the problem was he wouldn't come home for days, or if he came home, he'd come home drunk. So eventually I was just like, I can't keep this up, but what am I going to, you know, like it seemed overwhelming, like, you know, to get a babysitter for the kids, all that. Like, how am I going to do that? I have no money. So I ended up like every time he'd come home drunk, I'd get in his pocket and I'd take half of what he'd have and I'd hide it in the vacuum cleaner because I knew no one else would touch the vacuum cleaner but me. And I did that until I had enough money to leave. So, you know, and listen, it took me a little while. Don't get me wrong, it took me a little while. Mm. Um, And I remember he'd wake up like the next morning and he'd be like, holy shit, I spent a lot of money last night. And I'd be like, yeah, you did. You know, um, anyways, I'm only saying that because I feel like there's always a way out. I was with someone after that who was very abusive. Like, ugh, how did I not see that while I was in such a low energy? Um, and I actually chose this person and he became so freaking abusive. And I stayed with that energy for 5 years. And it's interesting how quickly it changed. Literally, I left and went back home. Even though I was told I wasn't welcome back home, I just couldn't take it anymore. So I put my kids and myself on a bus and we went back home. And my mother opened the doors with like her arms wide open. It was just like, what? Like I would have done this years ago. And it ended it. It was the end. The abuse was done. A new life began. You know what I mean? So I tell you these because sometimes we feel so stuck. But I feel like, we got to remember that our actions are part of of being the savior. Your spirit team is here, but we also have to like take action. Anyways, I don't know why I'm going to such a negative place. When we have beautiful energy out here. Okay, let's go to the lovers. I don't even feel like we need to, but let's go ahead. Lovers coming over the death card. Gemini and Scorpio, if we're looking at signs. Hierophant, beautiful. It's like a higher love, a higher vibrational type love. Temperance, divine timing. And then the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Remember, you share Mercury with Virgo. Temperance, first of all, two major arcanas coming over the lovers. So the Hierophant is about your belief system. Do you believe that you deserve the best? Are you willing to put your belief behind put action behind your beliefs? It is a 5, so it does want you to question, not judge again, but question like what have I been through? What have I learned? Temperance, divine timing, much like the Knight of Pentacles, the right timing. Temperance is beautiful as it relates to the lovers. Because it means that I can kind of let go. I feel like I can just take a breath and know that my spiritual team is on my side and they're helping to bring my dreams back. And they're helping to bring back the old you, the risk taker. So, card of Sagittarius, by the way, the Hierophant card of Taurus. I don't know if I said that. Um, I just find it kind of beautiful that the Hierophant sitting next to Temperance. It's like when you're back to your old belief system, your true belief system, that feels like divine timing. It just feels like, okay, now is the time. We've got you back. We've got you back. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. But let's go ahead and read honesty. Now we understand the importance of it. Honesty. You received this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty if you are to proceed. What do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? When you think about it, what feelings arise? Why? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses or annoys you. Otherwise, you're reacting instead of taking charge. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it's an essential component of healing this situation. This card counsels you to take some time to evaluate and understand your feelings. Remember, you are entitled to them, and they are neither right nor wrong. Very often, your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. Amen. Just how I feel like this king is being guided. But you're also being guided to this king. You know, it's not a one-side street, it's a two-way. All right. You know, this was a difficult reading, but ultimately where it ends up is what feels like pure love. Not just pure love, but pure love in what it is you do. You know, loving your life again doesn't mean everything's perfect. It just means that that negative voice is gone. It's gone. Doesn't mean it won't raise up its ugly head here and there, but I feel like as you're moving forward, it's like I see you, I hear it, get out, exit left. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. No clue what I'm going to title this because it's really covering all aspects of your life. Um, it's funny because I feel like your last reading talked about a soulmate and a narcissist. I think it was your reading. And that's kind of the same energy here, like a soulmate or a twin flame, but also some type of narcissistic type energy. Doesn't not necessarily be a narcissist, but boy, do they feel like it. Don't let someone else take your dreams. Like, don't think that you can't have love. Don't believe those who tell you that you're not good enough for you, you know, who keep throwing obstacles in your way. Your spirit guides are helping you to overcome them anyway. And that probably confuses this narcissist a little bit. Like, how do they keep hopping over these challenges? Well, because your spiritual team is so involved in your life. That's why. They know what's on your wheel. And, you know, and I do feel like I need to look at this like there's some valuable information that I can learn from this. And if nothing else, I feel like it's like regaining your own power. And then just let the rest follow. All right, guys, I love you. Again, I will extend that reading. I can only do it for 24 hours, just because you'll be waiting forever for your reading. Otherwise, um, I thank you for your donations. It's what keeps this channel alive. I thank you for subbing, sharing. Thank you for those who've been with me. Just thank you for everything you do for this channel and for me. I have so much gratitude for you. You know I would be nothing here without you. So I love you guys. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.